there's some wood in there. Everything's looking nice and orderly. Look at that. Boys got back on a Friday night and they dumped the chips. It works well. Guess I better check the fire this morning. Oh, we could use some. We better do that. Austin might be coming, but I'll throw a few in just in case. Well, 3 saws in there, 550, oh 540, and a 592 with a 28. That'll do a lot for me. Going out this morning alone, kind of. Rather, industrious homeowner's gonna be there. He's just watching. But it's a leave lay. Got my little battery. I'll do a vid. Beautiful morning. Kind of crisp. We got frost on the truck. All right, I'm up in the bucket truck. Get straight up and down before I contact that. I've got this white pine to take down. I've got that white pine over there to take down. Right there. I'll probably climb that one because I can drop a good sized top off of it. And I don't want the bucket truck to be in the way. So I'll just climb up that, make quick work of that. I'll put my GoPro on for that. I don't have it on right now. So yeah, beautiful day. Crispy frost. Beautiful sunshine. Gonna be nice. Game of trees, having fun. There's a homeowner out there working. So yeah, this is just a little method. I mean, easy. Maybe y'all know about this, but you know, when it's just a little big to hang on to, then you know, just string it and make the cut. He was telling me a story. A guy out here, not far from here, 70-year-old guy. Out deer hunting, shot a buck, called his wife, said I'm gonna go track it. She doesn't hear for him for a couple hours, so she calls the police. They find him at 1 o'clock in the morning. The buck attacked him and gored his leg, and he almost bled out. They found him at 1 o'clock in the morning. He's still alive, like he lived. Almost unconscious, incredible. Right near here, just out in the field out there. So we found him in a ditch. So be wary of a wounded buck. They'll come for you. What a day, huh? That's my next project right there. That's a good climb. You know, just a quick little note here. You know, I'm a guy that likes to muscle things. I mean, I'll muscle things, but I've got these stubs down here that I had to come and get anyways. And rather than try to de-sling that and toss it down with these stubs potentially catching it, I gotta take these off anyways. I'm just going down and take those off. I'll make that short, make it easy. You know, there's nothing wrong with making it easy. It's just what I'm saying. Yeah, sure, you can be tough, but just, you know, make it easy. I'm leaving the bronze stage and I'm moving into the thinking stage. Took me till age 57 to do this, but you know, I'm starting to use my brain just a little bit more. Okay, so I set a rope. I'm gonna move this. You know, I could climb out and scoot around and rig and Mickey Mouse around. But I mean, my truck's in the way of a lot of this stuff. So I'm just gonna go down and then throw some spikes on. I'm gonna run up and just do this. You know, sometimes I can move the truck closer and get a little higher. You know, I'm all the way up. But I can move closer and gain about, you know, a few more feet. But I still don't get all the way up there. And I'm Mickey Mousing around, moving the truck. Why not I move the truck once? Run up here and just get it done. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Beautiful view. All right, so I got all the bucket truck work done, and now we're going up. This is, you know, I've shown this before, my ascent system. I do 2 hand ascenders independently attached to 2 different points, and then I just stow these over on the side of my saddle here, and so I have them at the ready, you know, during the climb. But now I've got my spikes on. I'm just gonna go right up this trunk. Maybe I'll have to put my lanyard on, maybe I won't, depending on the angle of rope. I think I will put my lanyard on because my rope's not right against the trunk. We'll see. But I can just advance my hands and run up with my spikes if I don't have to have my lanyard on, and I can get up there pretty efficiently. So we'll see how this goes. I tied my saw to the end of the very end of my rope. So if I can avoid entangling this rope while I'm up there, when I want my bigger saw, I'll be able to, you know, just pull it up on the end of my rope. And then this rigging line, this small hand rigging line, I'm bringing up just so I can do some retrievable rigging if I need to. On this side, I'm sure I'm gonna have to rig some stuff, but all right, I'm not gonna be, I might need my lanyard on anyways, because I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna want to pull me away, you know, my gravity is gonna want to bounce me around. It's not gonna be efficient. So I'll put a lanyard around here. I could just run up with the lanyard, but you know, when you gaff out with just your lanyard, it's a little more disconcerting. And if I gaff out with my hands on my ascenders, I generally don't punch my chest into a stub the trunk. So this is just the way, you know, certain clients, certain jobs, I can serve them a little better, you know, a little more economically. If I'm just coming out alone, I don't have to bid the whole crew. And you know, I'm not alone. Now if I was by myself out on this property like he always is, that's a little dangerous. Like the old guy tracking a wounded buck by himself. Now what's nice about having the top rope is right there. You know, I just had to flip my lanyard. I didn't have to worry about, oh, I gotta be double tied in, or, I mean, I've got a 2-in-1 lanyard, so I could just use the other side. These camp ascenders, yeah, I'm getting used to them. I don't really like this camp. You know, this is like a double safety. It's like got to come out and then up. I guess maybe Petzl's got one like that too. It just seems different. It's not as user-friendly, but I kind of like this little keeper. Now sometimes if you're not in there, like I think the Taylor likes to nest these up kind of next to each other, but this is in the way then. But I do like it. It like keeps it on the rope nice and straight. All right, let's see here. So I don't want this going on my rope, so I can set up a little rig. Get this stub out of my way. You know, I might as well move my rope. Let's get up as high as I can. Just gonna untie this. I am visually and physically check your connections. Okay, come on. I do that. I have done that for the last 20 years very faithfully because of the time that I did not do that faithfully and I fell 33 feet unabated to the ground, med flighted to Madison, walked out 4 hours later, very grateful for the grace of God. For whatever reason, he left me alive. And I always visually and physically and visually check my connections. All right. Now I do have a 2-in-1 lanyard, so to avoid having to tie this on twice, I can just utilize my second side of my lanyard. This is white pine. Man, this is gonna be horrible. I want 2 slings. I only have 2 slings. I want 2 slings on me. But I suppose I could do without one if I've got the rigging rope. What am I gonna do? See, I don't want to do a double rope system on white pine. I'm just gonna fill my rope with sap. So I want, actually, let's do this. I got a second carabiner. Let's do working alone. But this is good because this shows problem solving, my incredible problem solving abilities on display. All right, so I have a ring on my double bridge. So rather than give up my friction saver that I have going on here, I'm going to tie my bowline right onto that ring. Get my long tail. Hopefully I'm in front of you here. Tie my bowline. With a Yosemite finish. And I'll show you why the finish in this case. You know, we wouldn't need a finish because we're going to tie a Blake's hitch with this end, but this orientates the rope in such a way that it lends itself to the double rope technique. So now, we put this back up through our little friction saver. So my Yosemite finish comes out of here and it's all lined up, ready to do a Blake's hitch. Okay, Blake's hitch. Got my fingers between here, twice around the thumb, twice around the rope, and this was with about a 4-foot tail. Then you come between the 2 ropes where your fingers were, and then you replace your thumb. And you tighten that bad boy up. Then you tie yourself a little figure 8 on the end of that. And now the old school was like, tie a figure 8 between here so you know where to cut the rope. Okay, nobody's gonna have to cut the rope on me here, folks. All right, so now I'm gonna start sitting on this. You see, I got a work positioning deal. Get my lanyard all the way loose. And I got work positioning. I'm gonna send what I can out of here. Boom. That's what it does in snow time. Oh, that was on my rope. We will drop this. Now it helps if I try to make this drop cut right here, it never works right. Stuff hangs on. You do it out in the middle of the limb like this, you gotta be careful not to go too far in, because you go too far in, it pops and then it pinches your saw like it lays into it. So if I go too far in, it's gonna sit on my saw. But this, now that held on, you devil. I'm gonna hit the side of that barn. I probably should have went just a little bit deeper on the bottom. It's such a fine line. Okay, let's do this. All right, I'm gonna put that right there. Now I don't care so much if I get some junk on this one. Now I can leave a couple stubs so that I can tie this off. So like this one, I can probably make that miss the barn. Probably. But you know, or I can do it like this. I can string it. I got a stub up here. Let's wrap that up. I should get my lanyard on here just to be right. Maybe I could have cut it like that and it would have missed the barn. Maybe not. Now I've got a drop cut here. I got to be careful. I'm gonna get this on my rope. All right, I got it on my rope a little bit. Okay, worst case scenario, I could do this. Now get this off. All right.
right, pull this down. I got a lot of height. If this was a different species, I might do a hinge that would tip that down and send it. I'd get all over my rope though. I'm trying to protect my rope. Come on. We'll do one more. Wrap it over itself. It's not going anywhere now. Let's see a back cut. Yeah. Cut this off. Flag me. Can I hold this? Can I muscle this? Remember I talked about muscling something earlier? Now I'm inclined to muscle it. All right, now I gotta make sure it's clear so when I toss it, it's not catching my rope. It's catching everything. You devil. I win. I stinking win. I'm not very competitive by nature. Just a little competitive. Okay, what I need is a pulley. All right. Now, can I muscle this? Okay, one way to muscle this is to have a sling on here rather than my hand. You know, at 57, my thumbs are showing signs of arthritis from all the branches I've held like this, probably. But if you got a sling in your hand, that makes it better. Oh, you little devil. Hitting my Xeon. You gotta love it when your Xeon tries to walk on you. It's the one drawback of that beautiful tool, is it will walk on you. Okay, so the sling makes it a little, you know, less clean when you're getting rid of stuff. I better bring this with me. 'Cause I might need it up there on those. All right, we can make a couple drop cuts here. Oh, but avoid your rope. Off the rope. Good. Okay, careful. See, that chattered. That chattered a little bit on there. I had 2 hands on the saw. It chattered. Okay, avoided that. Almost hit the ground. Avoiding my rope. It'll be interesting to see if I can get my saw up here when I need it. All right, we're gonna switch this lanyard around to the outside of this so that it doesn't constantly hit my, might as well go above this while I have it off. All right. You know, I'm gonna put this in here. Let's see how that works. Okay, you see that? This is my lanyard. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'm having trouble tending this because I don't have a pulley on here. So I just opened up that. So now I can tend my knot. And it can just hang there. It's a nice place for it to hang. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna use my handsaw here. Oh, hang on to this bad boy. Now, you leave it, you just control it so it kind of stays on. So then it's not torquing my thumbs. I got my saw sitting down there. Kevin, thought you put that in a safe spot, didn't you? Now I can get up a little higher here. I think I will. Get this stuff out of the way. I think I'll go around. Okay, get rid of this. Get this weight off here. Get that weight off. I'll leave that as a handle. Now this won't torque my thumbs. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got that. So that might, just let it go and don't worry about torquing anything. That one flies. Okay, got the barn. But what I'm going to do here is get higher on this tree. And lean out there a little bit so I can handle the tip. All right, avoid your rope. Just slightly. Oh. Look at that. Happy. I'm happy with that. Look at that. We got 3 branches here. All right, I got a sling still. I think just to make sure, I'm gonna sling them. It's kind of like there's nothing wrong with caution, right? And get this riffraff out of the way, because there's nothing like this little junk to mess up a toss. You know, it only takes a little bit. Now there's something to hang on to right there. I could just hang on to that. Oh no, that's a dead piece. Okay, don't hit your saw, Kev. Off the rope! You devil. So close. So, you know, these look really foreboding. From there, all I have to do is take 4 feet off. I can handle this by hand. hang that up so I'm not worried about two. Now this one I'm gonna toss way over there. All right. This is a little bigger. Get this riffraff out of the way. There's advantages to brittle. Alright. Now if I just make it back tight, you know, that hangs on for a little while. So it doesn't. Okay. Hopefully this little branch holds that I'm holding on to. Hang up that sling, get it out of my way, get off of my rope, get off of my rope. Oh man, I almost hit the saw. It's crazy, the angles from up here, it doesn't look like I'm anywhere close to hitting that saw. But I was. Look at that, 3 feet. Cherry might have protected it, but I'm kind of on the rope. Okay, let's see. Got right on my rope. Okay, get these out of the way. Okay, one more handhold. I've had unlimited numbers of slings. You know, got a branch down there. That I can hang it on if I get it up here. There we go. So, little crotch to utilize. I'm just gonna throw this on my chainsaw side. All right. All right. Get myself in position. It's all about working position. You don't want to like pick this thing, you have to twist your back in a funny way. Oh, don't you play with me, sling. Oh, thank you, Lord. All right. All right. I'm gonna just guide this. That just about gets me there. I got one more up there. I got a manhandle. And then I'm down to stubs. I'll kind of hold this little branch. Okay, it's about to go. Man, that is tricksy. I'm closer to that saw than it looks. Okay, I gotta get out there. It's a heavy branch. Light enough. So now, you know, this rope would have been coming across my lanyard and tapping my Xeon. And I don't want my Xeon getting tapped here. I want it to stay put. All right, I got a little crotch there. I could set that right there. Get this stuff out of the way. There's all these little sticks. They're gonna play havoc with me getting my sling on. And that's gonna be important to me. But I think I'll be able to set that crotch right down here. I'll get this stuff out of the way. Get that prepared. Sling right here in this cleared spot. Let's see, I want to hold it with my left. Strong arm. Left hand strong. Need a little bit of holding. Oh. All right, set that right in there. Then I can take my sling off comfortably. Now, what I could do is I could go down and make that small, but I think I can just muscle this. I'm gonna throw the butt that way because the tips won't do anything to the cabin, or I mean the shed, but the butt will. All right. Okay, I got some stubs below me. Now when you're making brake cuts, see how I did it? It kind of sat, but it's not heavy enough. You know, this wants to break. If I made these perpendicular, it wouldn't break so easy. We'll show you that on another one. Okay, so I got nice things to stand on here, but they also cause havoc. All right, this is getting lower. That bad boy is gonna be easy comparatively to this. Oh, look at that, way over there by that saw. That is so odd. Do not have that perspective from up there, does it? I'm like throwing stuff right at it. Turn the butt away, look at that. It's trying to bury my rope. It's gonna be interesting to see if I can get that saw up here. We're down to hand saw now. Yeah, I think what it is this top is, you know, several feet over, and it puts me directionally pretty close to where I put that saw. I'm over here, so, and my wind, look at, see the wind? That's why everything's going to the saw. Okay, let me see if I can get some holding wood to help me out on this one. This collar wood tends to hold, but it didn't give me much, but enough. All right. I'm playing with that 540 little double. Why didn't I put that under the canopy of the roof? Why? I don't know. Who knows why? I wanted to test fate. All right, I'm climbing above my tying point. I'll bring this around this way. Toss that down there. Okay. Could send that there, but we got the wind. Or I can just make it small. It's no big deal. I could put my second lanyard on. Just for, you know, peace of mind. It's short right now. It's measured short right now with the, I've got my, I've shown this before. By the way, this 11.2 millimeter line works really well in the Xeon for a replacement line. The line that Petzl puts in this is stupid. I'm just saying, it's cheap. It picks easy and it just gets looking ratty. Kind of like this one, really fast though. So this 11.2, this is Cherry Bomb from All Gear. Works really good in the Xeon. The Prusik here makes this a 2-in-1 lanyard. So I have a loop, you know, between my loops. So this is my slack for both sides. And then this is attached right to the carabiner the Xeon's on. And so that now is holding the other end. So I've got a 2-in-1. Even though they sell the Xeon not as a 2-in-1, but you know, you can just make it a 2-in-1 by putting that 6-coil Prusik right there in line. All right, this one's a little heavier. So you leave a little bit there, and that saves you from having to catch that. And that makes a difference. Don't, oh, I'm burying my line. I tell you. All right, I'm going to use this to launch it. There we go. Thank you. You're not all bad being in the way like that. I don't care what I said about you before. All right. What a day. Pinch me. Yeah, the wind is trying to drift everything towards my building. But, you know, I think a couple weeks ago, I had the wind totally in my favor, working around power lines. So, you know, I'm not going to curse the wind today on this absolutely gorgeous day. Now here's the deal. See, I got this friction on a 2-in-1 or a double rope system. If this were single line, all my friction would be right here. And I could just adjust. This is kind of hard to adjust like this because this is dragging, everything's dragging. Double rope system has its problems. All right, this is gonna tangle up a little bit. But that kind of helped me. There we go. Hook my lanyards up there. Okay, this a little heavier piece. It's pretty thin though. I'll be able to do it. I think I'm gonna grab it like this. I can't get as tight a grip, but when it comes over, it's not gonna twist my wrist. I'll be able to tighten my grip as I go. There we go. So use the holding wood to save your wrist. Okay, right, the wind's gonna help me here. There we go, good placement. Start to play the wind. If I gotta live with it, might as well use it. All right, if that was out of the way, all right, I think I can launch this. All right. Okay, I'm going to launch it over those two branches. All right, that works. Over my shoulder, back to the left. Ride it. There we go. Cut that almost all the way through. And it's going to lean into the kerf, but it's not going to break because I cut it almost all the way through. So this kerf shuts before this gets to the breaking point. But when it moves, I know that I can break it. I'm going back to the right. Ooh, almost caught my saw. That's a devil. Okay. Got that stub in the way. Jump cut that. Okay, the only problem with my friction saver is I have to go up and get it. I can send this. Okay. Yeah, I can't see a thing with all these. You know, and white pine kind of creates an optical illusion. All the sun shining off all these 5-needle follicles. All right. Yeah, I'm going right there with it. All right, it's a little against the wind. Against the wind. But all right, we're gonna make the side switch here because we want this to go. Now, it might get back on me. It's not. All right, look what the wind did. It was going for that cherry, but the wind pushed it back this way. That's pretty cool. Okay. We're looking easier now. Now I could start to play the longest possible drop here. Because I'm pretty high up, I could do a pretty tall one. Still get it to land flat. I don't need it to land flat. Now if we take this right here. You know, if I don't land this flat, but we landed it flat. So that works. All right, let's cut that stub off. I don't think I will bury it. We can go for it, folks. Get a little closer here. That's going right for the rope. All right. Let's play this game. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to pull the saw through there. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. I nicked this early on in the life of the rope. I'm like, I'm not retiring this rope. Okay, I'm gonna kind of keep both saws up here. Let's twist this up a little bit so it's kind of one cord. Okay, now I got 2 saws on my hips. Now I don't have anything to avoid. Now my angle of hinge is actually perfect. Gotta love it when a plan comes together, huh? But there is just enough, you know, oh, I might have blocked my rope, to make it kind of, you know, suspenseful. Kind of like we were coming out of Guatemala. Just enough. I think I got it. Wow. This little log is about to meet its match. Because when I'm strung to the log, I got a pretty good bench press still. And that's what this is. Pretty good. Look at that. It's not a very big hinge. It doesn't take much. Okay. We will put this one off in that pile. Oh, well, let's just do this. I got a right hand and a left hand side. Come on. It's hardly any hinge. Oh, look at in the middle, in the stinking middle. I cut my hinge crooked. Devil. That's that little battery saw for you. Let's get my big saw out. Big saw for the application. Let's cut a bigger notch, shall we? Bigger one, that's over 50%, so that should fall off by itself. So I got her down to a little 1/4 inch hinge, and because I'm over 50%, the weight of that log took it off. So you know, you don't want to do that on a full tree. You don't want to go over 50% on a full tree. You can do it on a trunk, or on a stub like this, and it works great. So it's not, you know, East Coast, West Coast. We make big notches, we make little notches. We do Humboldt, we do, it's whatever works for the situation. And in different regions, there's a higher propensity towards certain situations. So out east, you know, we do open face notches. And Tim, because we're doing hardwoods all the time. And then we've got funky weights. You know, they're not trees that are straight up and down. You know, when you're doing, you know, conifers all the time, everything's straight up and down. Humboldts are awesome. You're doing a crooked tree, man, you want to do an open face notch. And so it's situational. In different regions of the country, there's more situations a certain way.
Playing the game of trees.